Exclusive news report is on youth tobacco smoking. Youth are a critical time in the development of tobacco addiction, and those who do not smoke during youth are less likely to smoke later in life. Smoking increases the chances of premature death and a range of conditions including cancer, cardiovascular disease and respiratory illness, all of which impact on the youth's physical health and development, and in turn may affect their mental health and self-concept as they become ashamed of themselves, which is part of their emotional development. It's in the news because tobacco use is the single most preventable cause of ill health and death in Australia, contributing an estimated 7.8% of the total burden of disease. 70,000 young people start smoking in Australia every year. It's about 191 a day. A helpful service for smokers is Quitline. Their strategy is a telephone service for smokers who want to quit. They promote youth health and development through the use of their advertising, in which adolescents are present on many occasions. For example, an ad showing a teenage girl having a cigarette goes inside her body to an image of a doctor pouring a jug of tar on her lung, indicating the detrimental effect smoking has on youth's health and development. Over to you, Bella.
The way that we can reduce the incidence of smoking is through government help. The government has established many initiatives to reduce the amount of smoking in Australia. These include more than $135 million in investment in anti-smoking marketing campaigns, record investments of about $100 million in support for Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander communities to reduce smoking rates, a reduction in the duty-free allowance for tobacco products, stronger penalties for people convicted of tobacco smuggling offences, and plain packaging of tobacco products and expanded graphic health warnings. Another way to reduce the incidence is through packaging. The government's plain packaging legislation is a world first and sends a clear message that the glamour is gone. Cigarette packs now only show the death and disease that can come from smoking. The new packs have been designed to have the lowest appeal to smokers and to make clear the terrible effects that smoking can have on them. The increase in prevalence can be done through peer pressure. Peer pressure is one of the most widespread causes named by young people to start smoking. The behaviour and choices of peers can influence the behaviour and choices of others in their peer group, which may have either a negative or a positive impact depending on the circumstances. When it comes to the unsafe behaviour of smoking, the connection between young people who do or do not smoke and their peers is very strong. Smoking is definitely not just an adult activity. Statistics show that in 2007, half of the students in American high schools had smoked before, and more than a quarter of children 12 years old or younger had it in 2008. Peer pressure is a major reason why young people begin smoking, and it puts more adolescents at risk during adulthood. The effect of peer pressure is reflected in smoking trends among young people. For example, statistics show that young people who have at least 3 friends who smoke are 10 times more likely to smoke than young people who have no friends that smoke. In contrast, 99% of young people who do not smoke reportedly have no friends that smoke as well, which demonstrate the positive effects peers can have on one another. The easiest way to prevent pressure from peers to smoke is not to have friends who smoke. The next best thing a young person can do is learn how to resist peer pressure.